2023, I was laid off, I had no emergency fund, and ended up in $72,000 worth of debt.
You know this. What's the biggest month you've ever had?
I think maybe 100K.
I'm 70 years old. I have no retirement.
What's up, guys? If you're new here, I'm a banker. I deal with real money, real debt, and real people every single day. I don't sell courses. I don't have a Discord. I just have a lot of experience seeing people ruin their lives with bad math. And lately, my feed is a war zone. On one side, you have 20-year-olds renting Lambos telling you to quit your job. On the other side, you have Dave Ramsey having an aneurysm over a Toyota Camry. We're going to break down to 3 specific clips today. We're going to look at Liam Christopher's Escape the Matrix pitch. We're going to dissect Dave Ramsey's rant about cars. And we're going to look at a creator named Paying for Past Me, who shows us what the struggle actually looks like. I'm not here to judge, I get it. We all want the bag, we all want the financial freedom, but there's a difference between freedom and just setting your wallet on fire. Let's get into the first one.
In 2022, I was making $126,000 a year. 2023, I was laid off, I had no emergency fund, and ended up in $72,000 worth of debt.
Sheesh!
Months to find a job, and here we are. 2 years later, we've only knocked down that debt by $5,000. And all of this could have been avoided if it's budgeting. A 7-year-old version of me must have thought that budgeting and keeping that much money was contradictory because it never crossed my mind. Looking back at it now is so painful because where could I be right now if I had just been more responsible? Right now, my job doesn't cover I have to work doing side hustles just to make the minimums on my bills. And I have to work more beyond that toward groceries and gas without going more into debt. My retirement plan is non-existent. And if it sounds like I'm trying to scare you, I am. Because I can't do anything to fix my mistakes. And the only thing that I can do is bring this nightmare that is my financial situation out there, showing them what can happen if you don't take care of your finances.
Well, that's 126 a year and you still got debt. Whew. But again, it's that lifestyle creep, right? The more money you make, oftentimes the more you spend, the more you try to keep up with your colleagues, with your family, with social media, right? So I get it. Hopefully she's in and it sounds like it and it looks like it because she's making these videos, having self-reflection. She's in a position to where she's matured and realized maybe I need to calm down on the spending, right? So I find that within myself still. Right now, we're at a point in our life, my wife and my family, where we don't need to keep up with anybody else but our own, right? Because we're realizing, you know what? There's going to be a lot more expenses coming down the pike, especially with our 3 kids. They're not in high school yet, they're not driving, but they're going to be. And I'm pretty sure my kids are going to ask me when that point comes, Dad, can I get a car? So we've already worked out a deal with them. Yes, even at this day and age where I have 2 in elementary, 1 in middle school, where I'm like, listen, your mom is going to cover 1/3 of whatever car you want. I'm going to cover 1/3. And guess who else is going to cover 1/3? You are. So whatever you can scrounge up or save, good idea to start saving now, right? So that's the deal we have worked out with them. And I think it's a good one because they have skin in the game. They're not just relying on mom and dad to cover their transportation should they, in the future, get a car, right? They earned it themselves. They can call it theirs too because, again, they have skin in the game. They put money down. So I'm looking forward to that and how much they save, what kind of car they get. Because it's not just a car. It's insurance, it's gas, it's maintenance. So that all comes with owning a vehicle. But anyway, that's on me. But let's get to the comments on this one. It's insane how becoming a little too relaxed on credit cards can affect so much for so long. You're moving forward little by little while going further into the hole. That's a big thing to celebrate. You keep going here to share love and support from the creator. Yes, why did it only take a year for me to end up in this situation, but it will take 7 or 9 years to pay it off without aggressively paying more and after. I got APRs down. Good for you. Keep going. And you know what? Keep posting because we're here to watch you. Good luck. Don't blame yourself. The economy and inflation has magnified any poor, quote unquote, financial planning by 1,000 creator. I'm putting a good check on inflation and financial literacy not being taught in school. That's right. When I was going to school, they didn't teach us about financial literacy. They didn't even tell us how to balance a checkbook. We don't even have checkbooks anymore, right? It's all debits and credits all on your app. So I agree with that. That would be a good thing. Start them early too. Elementary, middle school, start them early. Definitely high school, right before they get into the real world. Because I don't know, I gotta tell you, I'm not sold on the whole college thing at the moment for my kids. Just the expensive cost of tuition, books, housing, everything else. So I'm considering encouraging them to look at other options, maybe start their own business, military, or trade school for that matter. But to go straight to a university, probably hold the brakes on that and have them go to community, maybe more cost effective. So we'll see. All right, let's check out the next video.
What is the fastest way to get rich?
So if someone asked me how to get rich quick, I don't know why people say that you can't do that, because you genuinely can get rich quick. You know this. What's the biggest month you've ever had?
I think maybe 100k.
Yeah, so that's pretty quick. So if I wanted to get rich super quick, I'm on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook a lot, and obviously people are selling products a lot of the time as well. So often when people post products, they'll post screenshots of how many orders they did for that day, or sometimes founders will even post photos of orders going out. There's been instances before where we've seen a business with a new brand, and it could be anything, like a gift box or a weight loss product or whatever it is. They post a photo of all the orders going out. We'll literally pull out our phones, calculate how much they've made that day. If it's significant enough, 50 grand a day, we'll just copy the whole store. We'll just clone the entire store, steal it, copy their marketing strategy, clone all their products, and we'll do that to make $1 million.
What is the
Stop. Oh, we'll just do that. We'll call... No, come on, man. Are you serious? Are people actually falling for this? I hope they're not. Really, just think about it. Just the whole setup. Just you got them both on a couch. You're talking about how many millions they made and this and that. All the while, they're probably broke. Or gonna be. Come on now. True, real wealth takes time. If you didn't put the time and effort, probably you inherited it. Your grandparents, whoever, you got the inheritance from. It took time. So now, am I saying, is it impossible to grab a bag and get $1 million? No, there's the lottery, right? And there are situations in folks' lives, although rare, where they come up on a big windfall, right? But usually for most of us, it takes true grit, effort, saving, and being frugal. Well, not total, but actually being frugal with your money. The golden rule for me, as it is for most folks that are on that wealth path, is don't spend more than what you make. So in a given month, if you make $5,000, don't spend $10,000 on that month. If you've only made 5, you spend 10, you're negative 5. Now, are there folks like this that believe them and actually grind and hustle and make it happen to where they in fact get rich quick? Probably. But I'm willing to bet it's far and few in between. So, with that, let's take a look at the comments. Crypto. Amazon already does that to independent sellers. 2 replies. Most products on Amazon are just not patentable. Patent protection. 200K in a month? I wish I was young and pretty. More importantly, how do you clone and copy products online? Straight up. Just make a load of Nike jumpers and Nike written on it. By being a thief. Finding what to clone used to take me forever. I used GenPro to pull hooks from the top performing videos instead of guessing. I got a food on the table, a roof over my head, and people I love who love me. I'm rich as I need to be. People seem to get rich quick. Let's make podcast equipment like 850K at the minimum. Please, for the love of God. Investment is the key. I'm 49 years old. I'm making $48,654 weekly and I'm retired. I started with just $100. This page has inspired me greatly in many ways. Working from home. DM me if you need more info. Drop shipping is hands down one of the best businesses to start in 25. I've been in it for about 3 months now. My store already scaled past 6,000 monthly in sales. The best part is I started with no experience. It's been way less stressful than I thought. Highly recommend it. With that, let's go to the next video.
I'm 70 years old. I have no retirement. My husband and I, neither one have a retirement. We are not in agreement about what we should do with the cash that we do have. We have $25,000 cash, no CDs, nothing. That's it. The question is, we owe $27,000 on our home, and the value of the home is about $250,000. We have $11,000 debt on a car. My husband wants to take the money that we have and pay off the car. And then he says apply the $350 a month car payment towards paying off the house. My problem is I'm so stressed. I at least want to have a house to live in. And the way I see things, I don't think I can live anywhere cheaper than where I live right now. I don't think I could even live in an apartment for what we would be paying a month on our home. So I need some help here.
What are you living on? What's your income?
We have $2,000 a month Social Security combined. I have some income that I get above that with a job that I have, but it's pretty physically challenging.
I'm gonna stop it real quick, but man, 7 years old. It looks like, considering the house is what, 200 something they said, and they only owe 20, 25, 27,000. So at least with that, it's almost, it's about 10%, little over, paid off relative to the value. So not too bad, but gosh, that car that I think she said 11,000. I didn't hear anymore. I'll link the video down on the description so y'all can check it out. It's a bit of a long one, but wow, just you never know what life will throw at you, especially at that late stage in the game. 70 years old, still that debt. For me, I can envision and I'm working towards it now with my investment electives, my work, retirement, 401k, and things I'm doing now to set me up to hopefully be free of all that debt. Be free of any house debt. We don't have any car payments now, but credit card debt, personal, all that. And by the way things are going, hopefully if we can just stay consistent, of course, the income and our expenses, so long as we keep it controlled and managed, I feel like we'll be on a good path. But I feel for folks like this because, you know, what are you going to do, right? There's only so much time left. So with that, let's take a look at the comments. This will be the new norm. So many people starting adult life with huge debt, low salaries, and no pension. Hardly enough to pay bills, let alone save. And I gotta touch on that real quick in terms of the pension. Used to be the administration or system or whoever was in charge back then would have a three-legged stool in terms of people's retirement. It would be Social Security, pension, and their savings. Right? So those three would hold up an individual when they retire. At least that was the hope. Well, now a majority, if not, 90% of companies, private sector, at least in the United States, they don't offer pensions to their workers. I believe it's limited to government jobs and municipalities that actually offer a pension. Typically where you give so much in service in a term, I believe it's like 20 years, and after the 20 years you'll get a pension, which is income. Thereafter you retire for life. Companies used to do that, not anymore. So we take out one leg of that stool, which is the pension. Now it's just Social Security and savings, right? Well, how many people are actually saving for their retirement, let alone just saving, period, right? So your three-legged stool now becomes a one-legged stool. Is that stable? No. So Social Security is being burdened with all these payments that have to go out for folks probably in this situation that rely on those Social Security to survive, literally, right? What are we gonna do? So, look, money is emotional, I know that. The get-rich videos are seductive because we all want a shortcut. The car payment happened because we want to feel successful. And the emergencies, well, they just happen because life is messy. But real financial health, it's kind of boring. It's spending less than you make, It's driving a paid off car. It's having a cash in the bank so you don't panic when the AC dies. Don't fall for the hype. Don't let the Matrix guys trick you, and don't let the payments drown you. If you want actual boring advice from a guy who's just trying to help you keep up with your money, hit that like button. Subscribe if you want to see more of this. And let me know in the comments what the worst financial advice you've ever seen on the feed. Or tell me about a time an emergency fund saved your bacon. And remember, make smart moves, not just loud ones. I'll see you on the next one.